Well, we haven't met for a while. It's been a few weeks. It's not like the crisis is over. We're just talking a bit less because the news has been a little bit less. Three things you're doing currently that I would just remind you of. Number one is keep on that 5 RPC per day. We're discovering now that fewer people are qualified, and some of my clients are actually getting maybe 25 to 30% of their RPCs are qualified. It doesn't matter. You make 5 RPCs per day, you're going to book between 1 and 2 appointments. Some of you, I can think of 2 of you specifically, have made some really big sales this last week. One of you did $180,000 in annuity sale. Another person did $300,000 annuity sales. So you're getting wonderful results with these RPCs, so keep doing it. Next, only talk about 3 things on the market update. Catch up, update, 5-step bridge. 3 things. We talk about this every week, just a reminder. And number 3 is consistently ask for referrals. Your sentences are, number 1, I love working with you. Number 2, 83% of your friends and family are going to be totally dependent on Social Security sometime during their lives. It's very tragic. Number 3, who do you know who could benefit from some of the things that we've done together? Okay, here's our market update for the week. A lot's happened over the last couple of days. I'm glad we waited for a couple of weeks before this update. Number 1, huge job report on Friday. Every economist in the world, no dissenters, thought that we're going to lose 8 million jobs for the report on June 6th. Guess what happened? 2.5 million job increase. The market went crazy. It had a 3.5% jump. What that means is 2.5 million jobs, where unemployment went down to 13.5%. Now, you and I both know that's not a real number. 5% they just gave up. It's called a U6. They just decided they don't want to work. They didn't report to the unemployment, so they're not getting unemployment benefits. They just said, no mas, I'm just out of here. I'm going to go on disability. I'm going to go on Social Security, whatever. Now, that's good news and bad news. The good news is we saw a 1-day jump because of the employment figures. The bad news is still the things that we're always talking about. 25% of small businesses in the hospitality, leisure industries are never going to come back. They're gone forever. I'll talk more about in a couple seconds. Number 2, the recovery is still on pace, like I always say, for Q4, Q1. As I said before, 25% of businesses are completely lost. We're not going to have a V-shaped recovery, no matter how much hope I have, and no matter what Trump says. It's going to be a little bit longer. The great news is, though, that AstraZeneca is now ramping up their vaccine manufacturing big time. They're just waiting for approval. They're going to take their vaccine and just push it out there. And the first doses are going to be for seniors and also those with comorbidity, probably in September, October. They're going to open it up to the rest of the country, probably in Q1 of 2021, January, February. So that's really great news. But nothing is really going to happen to the economy in terms of stabilization until that happens probably again in Q1. We're going to have little episodes like this where the market jumps, but nothing's going to be stable until Q1. That means a lot more volatility, and we've been seeing that in the past. And number 3, as I said before, more volatility. Right now, because of what happened Friday with the jobs report, there's a lot of pressure for the government, the president and Congress, to pull back the stimulus. The liberals want to put in $3 trillion and fund everything under the sun. The conservatives want to put in $1 trillion and extend PPP, extend unemployment benefits. It's probably going to go someplace in the middle. But if they happen to look at this job report and say, well, we don't need to do that anymore, look how great the market's doing, it's going to put the market in a conniption. Remember when we had the Fed tantrum? Where about a year ago the Fed started increasing interest rates, the market went nuts, volatile like this. That could happen also as a result of this if they overreact. We know, though, the Fed is probably going to put in less liquidity. When they look at the market going up, they say, well, the economy's doing better, so maybe we should just kind of pull back a little bit. Even McConnell The Senate Majority Leader said, maybe we'll just wait a while and just kind of see what happens. If that does happen, you're going to see jumps in the market, and it's going to scare the bejesus out of your clients. I still stand by the notion that March 23rd was the low point of the market, was the bottom of the market. We're going to see a retest sometime in the next few weeks, if not maybe a month. And as I said before, we've never not seen a retest of the bottoms since 1950. So it's going to be a lot of volatility. Good news is basically momentum based. We're the best of the world bad economies, so money's kind of flowing in here. So those are your three talking points. Number one, jobs report was better expected. 2.5 million job increase. Number two, the recovery is still on pace for Q4 and also January through March of next year. And number three, we're in for more volatility. So make sure your clients know that they need to protect themselves from more losses in the future, and make sure that they don't think the market's going to go straight up. It's just one day, and you need to make sure that they're focused on what the future is going to bring, and that future is obviously safe money.